Hello everybody, Flick here for a bit of a special unboxing, because it's not a game but it is game related. Before you will see a new Magic 2014 intro pack. They call it the 2014 core set actually. I got sent this because you may remember quite recently I did a Let's Look At for Magic 2014 Jewels of the Planewalker the game, and I mentioned in it, although I collected Magic cards when I was younger because I liked the art on them, I lived so rurally, I couldn't find anyone to have any games with, and I never really got into collecting the cards properly as I got older as a result. So Wizards got back in touch after I did the videos for the games, and you may have seen me dueling Blighty. There are more coming, I'm just going to get around to finding the time, etc. They said, why don't you try out one of the new starter sets we've made for the 2014 version of Magic, because it's perfect for newcomers. I wouldn't say I'm entirely a newcomer because of the experience I have with the game, but I am a newcomer in terms of actually having the cards, because it was so long ago I had them, I honestly can't remember. So they have sent me the green themed starter core set, which is the Garruk's Horde, and that's actually one of the starting decks for Jewels of the Planewalker 2013 and 14, so I'm fairly familiar with what I get here, but that's not all you get. There's also a core set for each theme, and while I read off the list I got given of the other starter sets, I'll just try and give you a good look at this box, and I'll open it in a second. So there's also the Light Force deck, which I assume is the white one. There's the Psychic Labyrinth, which is blue, I think. There's Death Reaper, which is black. Fire Surge, which is red. And here we have what's called Bestial Strength, although it is just Garruk's Horde. So I will try and not embarrass myself and just open this up straight away, and we'll have a look and see what's inside. Quite a nice looking box, so I don't want to wreck it too badly. So we'll just get straight in there and see what we have. It does say on it includes 2 boosters, which are the packs you buy to try and expand your deck or to make your own. It comes with pre-made ones in order to teach you the basics of how to make a well-balanced deck, depending on what you're after. The Garruk's Horde one is aimed at building strong creatures, not necessarily the fastest in the world, but once you get a strong creature out, you're doing well. So what do we have in here? We have 2 booster packs, unopened, but I will open them on camera when I'm done, just to show you what you get in a 15 card booster set for the 2014 Magic set. What is this? I believe this is a playmat, or is this a rules thing? I'm going to use my scissors, which I knew I would end up needing, to try and cut this without ripping it. Forgive me, I'm left-handed and I don't have left-handed scissors. You'd think, knowing that I'm left-handed all my life, at one point or another I would have thought, maybe I should buy some left-handed scissors, but no. I just use right-handed ones, so I get to complain about using right-handed ones. Now this appears to be both a poster with a little bit of flavour text about being a planeswalker there, along with what you get in here, their booster deck, also advertising some other Magic things on the side there. And on this side, and this is interesting, this actually shows what you get in each themed deck. So I'm not sure if it's going to be entirely visible because it is quite a big bit of paper, but there you have the Light Force deck, the Psychic Labyrinth, Death Reaper, Fire Surge, and then right at the end, well, we don't need to show you Bestial Strength because I've got it. And it has a bit of descriptions about how each deck works, the general tactics you use, and also what you get in them. At a cursory glance, I would say it looks like it's pretty much balanced. Got a few creatures, about the same number of creatures in each actually. About the same number of spells, and usually the usual kind of, 20% land cards I think is the default. So we also have something else in here as well as the deck, but let me just try and get this open without ripping anything that shouldn't be ripped. Maybe I have to use my scissors again. Don't you just hate right-handed scissors when you're left-handed? Have I already said that? Possibly have. I don't think I cut deep enough. Oh no, there we go, I did. There was one of those strips on it that are supposed to be for making it easy to open it, but I couldn't find the bits, so I'll have a look at the actual deck in a minute. I'm not sure what this is. It could be a basic rules thing, because I'm pretty sure it has to introduce you to how to play. Yes, looks like what this is. So we have some more flavour text, some more information about what you get in the deck, and also how each of the coloured decks function. Again, it may be a little hard to pick out detail here, but if you pick up a core set for yourself, you will obviously be able to get a better look. It tells you how the board is laid out, or the imaginary board. You don't need a board. A good idea to have pen and paper to keep track of your life points, and generally how Magic works. Yep, mana cost, power, toughness, library, graveyard. That's all the very basic rules. What have we got on this side? This side is far more in-depth. This is about everything you can do up in the... Oh, which way am I moving the camera? There. We've got getting started, first game, casting spells, turn order, combat, attacking, blocking, Combat. Oh, that's an example of combat to show you how it goes. Card types, what they all mean, what permanents mean, what land means, sorceries, etc. And then there is a large glossary of rules on the right here, which is very handy because I must admit, even though I've been playing the games for quite a while on the PC, some of the game rules still confuse me. Like, where's one that would be confusing to me? Annihilator. Is that on here? I'm possibly not, because I think Annihilator cards are quite rare. Protection. I don't think I've seen anything with protection. A creature with protection from a colour can't be blocked, dealt damage, enchanted by anything of that colour. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that. So yeah, as I said at the top, although I am experienced in playing the games, that is not necessarily an indication of me being experienced with every facet of the game. So here we have this front of the deck, which is the shiny. I'm not sure how the shiny will appear on the camera there, but that is Garrick's Horde. We've got Enlarged. I recognise all these card arts from the game. Into the Wilds, Mind Rot, Staff of the Wild Mages, Doomblade, and that's strange. I guess it's a slightly different layout to the ones in the game, because usually you don't include murder cards. We call them murder cards because they just outright kill a monster. Plummet, yep, we have that. Giant growth cards, yep, we have those. Fog, Vial of Poison. I mean, there's some new cards I see. Oh, I see, that's interesting. So it isn't technically a Garrick's deck because it's green and black mixed together. Huh. So these are all the land cards. I'm willing to bet it'll be 12 of one, 11 of the other, judging on the number of total cards in the deck. Woodland Behemoth. I'm not sure of how well any of these cards will be showing up because of the angle I'm having to hold the camera. But Rumbling Baloth. Don't think I've ever seen him. A Cursed Spirit. I favour black decks usually, so I'm kind of glad it's mixed these two together because I was kind of hoping they would send me the black themed core set because it would be a zombie one and they're my favourites, you might realise from the videos I've been doing so far. So there's the last few cards. Advocate of the Beast, Tuskers. I'm used to using Tuskers. Corpse Haulers, Deadly, Recluse Spiders, and Elvis Mystic. So that was not the deck I was expecting to get. I expected it to purely be centered around Garrick and his horde, the wolves, the trample monsters, etc. But this is actually green and black, so I'm surprised in a good way because I prefer that. So I think that's it. Other than so we've got the pre-built deck. You only get one pre-built deck. So if you want to play with other people, and assuming you don't have a gaming club nearby or anything like that, you would obviously have to buy another core set for your friend. I wouldn't buy the same one, obviously, but gonna do some card tricks. I know card tricks, but not with magic cards. So that leaves the booster packs. So if you want to expand decks or build your own, you have to buy 15 card booster packs, which have a random assortment. I believe they always have one rare and one shiny. I believe we'll soon find out because I'm going to open this one and see what we get. Ignite the Conversation. That's interesting. Oh, that's an advertisement. Don't mind me. So what did we get in the first booster pack? We got... Actually, I should have held the cards this way. I mean, I can't really see them very well, but it means the camera can. So I got Disperse, a blue card. Smelt, fire card. Angelic Wall, which is white. Spore Mound, which sounds interesting. Oh, a Sliver. They're overpowered, in my opinion. Tomb Scour, yep. Fortify. Cancel. Vile Rebirth, Thunderstrike. You'll notice that none of these are land cards, which you use primarily in the game of Magic to cast monsters and spells. Ooh, a zombie. No, a skeleton. Close enough to a zombie. They're cousins, distant cousins. Windstorm, Wall of Frost. Fiend Slayer Paladin. I don't usually use white decks, but that seems quite fun. Oh, you do get land. You get a land. That seems a bit weird. You get one land in a card, and then also a 1/1 creature that usually means their spells are so and so that can summon them. In fact, because that's a Sapoling, it's a weird spelling. Saprolling. That's why it's spelled. That's probably good for a green deck anyway. And then that leaves the other booster pack, which I will very quickly open. And as I do, I will just point out you can buy Magic cards directly from Wizards of the Coast, or you can try and look for local gaming stores. I mean, I could mention a few places that are semi-local to me, but this is Scotland we're talking about, and I'm aware that most of you may not be anywhere near me, but Common Ground Games sell them. Wayland Games, if you want an online place. Amazon, I think, even sells full boxes of booster packs. But you would be able, I mean, most local places have at least one shop that sells Magic cards. I think even some supermarkets sell them. I mean, they sell Pokemon cards and whatnot, so you would assume. So we've got a Deadly Recluse. Oh, a Marauding Maulhorn. Again, one of my favourite things is the art and all these cards and the tactical element of the game itself. That's the two elements that most... Oh, that's a slither. Don't use tactics for slithers, use win. Minotaur Abomination. Now that is fun. That is a zombie Minotaur. No special rules, just straight up 4/6 damage. Well, damage, toughness, whatever. Griffin Sentinel. Corpse Hauler. I had one of those already. Frost Breath. Time Ebb. Wild Guess. Oh, I've seen that card in the game. Verdant Haven. Brave the Elements. Flames of the Firebrand, featuring, I believe, the woman from who is the figurehead for the 2014 version of Magic. Another enlarged card, so if I wanted to mix around my deck I got given, that's some cards I could mix in. Colossal Whale, and then another blue island card, and then another advertisement. All things in one place, magicthegathering.com. So that concludes my look at what you get in a standard core set for the new Magic 2014. You get a pre-built deck themed around any, well, I thought it was themed around each colour, but as it turns out they're slightly mixed. So there's a zombie one, or a black one, a red one, a green one, a blue one, but they also might have others mixed in. That gives you a playable deck. It is perfectly balanced to see you well against another perfectly balanced deck. If you do want to play with a friend, you will have to get them a different core set as well. It comes with 2 booster packs to give you a taste of getting some random cards, and it gives you a poster with some basic information about Magic, and it also gives you another poster that will see you through your first game. I would also point out that playing one of the computer games also gives you a pretty decent explanation on how to play the game. You will still learn as you go along and still be confused and slow going, but a combination of playing the games and then also playing the actual game would probably see you well. And if you do decide to pick one up, try looking for local tournaments. I mean, I know local to me there's a tournament going on right now to celebrate the launch of Magic 2014. It's a pity I got this just after the launch, because I could have taken part now. I would have preferred a zombie deck, but you know. So thank you for watching. I know this was a little bit different since it wasn't directly to do with gaming, but I would say wargaming or tabletop gaming, depending on which way you want to call it. They are both facets that connect to gaming. That was looking at Magic the Gathering, an intro pack for the 2014 core set. Thank you very much for checking this out. Stay tuned for, I'll be doing more duels against Blighty and anyone else who'd care to have a little go at me and my zombies. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching.